Hey, Heidi Easley here. I am so excited. Today is the day. We've been talking about it. You can order your new sleighs. So this will be the last time this season that I offer the sleighs. You have your choice. Well, actually, you get both when you order them. I'm going to paint this for you. See me in person, paint this right now. Well, on here. Paint this right now. I'm going to be painting the Santa as well as the Joy to the World manger. Okay, so here's the thing. We have these on sale for just a couple of days, depending on when you're watching this. We have them on sale until Wednesday, and that's it. And then for all of y'all that have been dying and wanting these really, really cool ceramics, we have very, very, very limited ceramics. So if you're wanting these, I highly recommend you go right now, order your sleighs. They don't come with brushes or paint. Just know that. They come just as the sleighs, but it does include shipping. And then you can order these extra fun things in ceramics. And these are the white trucks, or the trucks that you can paint white with glitter and add, and actually have them every single season, which is really cool. So you could put, let me know what you think too. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Hey, Priscilla BFF. Thank y'all for saying hi as you come on. I'm excited to paint with y'all. This is gonna be a fun time. This right here, you could put, Easter eggs for Easter, of course. You could put maybe really cool, I don't know, a tree for Christmas, or even candy canes. You could put in some fun little mini beach balls for summertime. You could put in some pumpkins, mini pumpkins for fall. And then we also have a few sets of these left. They come in sets of 2. So if you have a Paris, person, this would be great for Christmas gifts. And actually you could, give it to them as a Christmas gift. So all you have to do, hello BFFs, all you have to do to order is go ahead and click the link in the description, okay? So that link is going to take you directly there. I know, Veronica, I love that white truck too. I love it with the glitter, and then just being able to put cool stuff in it. And it could just be like a candy corn dish if it's for me, or it could be, mints. I don't know, whatever. You can put whatever you want in it. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to paint these live with you. I'm going to show you the colors. When you order them, it'll take up to 3 weeks. We're going to try to get them to you sooner. And then when you order them, I'm going to actually a few days later send you an email directly back to this video so that you can fast forward, pause, stop, whatever. So right now I'm going to tell you the colors that I'm using so that you can go out and buy the colors you need for your sleighs, okay? And remember, I'm actually at my paint wall right now. Remember that it doesn't have to be exact, okay? It does not have to be exactly what I'm using. All right, so what I'm going to do first, before I start painting my Santa, is I am going to do the aqua sky. Hey, Victoria, she says, I have that truck ceramic mold to pour and fire. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, for those of y'all that do legit ceramics, these are more for these are legit ceramics, but instead of doing, oh, and let me know if you ordered. I would love to know if you went ahead and ordered and came back and joined us. These have been fired once, and then we use acrylic paints on them, and these you could put little, it actually has a light kit. These come with a whole light kit. Let me show you. Ugh. It comes with the lights and the little kit stuff with it. But if you order these, once you have it all on there, you can use this spray. This spray makes them look like they have been fired. It's called Triple Thick Deco Art Gloss Glaze. So if you want to screenshot that, I'll leave it up for just a second longer. Let's see. Colette says, we already have snow. Oh my gosh, she's in Canada. Colette, that's crazy. Yeah, we actually have a really pretty day today. If I didn't have so much stuff that I needed to, have here for y'all today, I almost took this out on my back porch and painted it there. And so yeah, but I was like, oh my gosh, there would be so much to bring. Okay, so I'm doing first the manger scene, the baby Jesus manger scene. And remember, when you order, in a couple days after you order, I'm going to send you this video again so you'll know what paints to get. So Aqua Sky, again, you can paint it however you want. But I'm just going to go ahead and paint over the whole thing with a 2-inch brush because I can still see that. How do I get the trees and sleighs? Angie, great question. Hold that back up, triple thick. Yes, Serena. Okay, so here's awesome. You just need a light coat of it and it makes it work like magic. I'm gonna hold while I paint. Can I do that? Hold while I paint. Let's see if I'm doing a good job. Everybody screenshot this. This is great for your make and take parties. Oh, Karen, you're awesome. Heidi and Santa are my BFFs. That's awesome. And so in order to get to the ceramics, you have to purchase the sleigh, okay? The 2 sleighs. The 2 sleighs are $65. And once you go there, you'll have an option to add any of those ceramics on there. All of the ceramics are very, very limited. We're literally, what I got in stock, I'm selling, and a lot of the things like this one, I can't even get this from my wholesaler anymore. This was a new design they created last year. I have known about this design forever, and I saw it when it was in its clay form. So this one is very meaningful to me because I saw it, I met the artist, and I saw it in its clay form, and it made me so excited to see that he sculpted this, and then he made it into this mold. And now I had the opportunity to paint it. So I had to order those way back in May. And I just looked on my wholesaler's site earlier and I can't even get more. Like even if I wanted more, I can't get more. So if you want, I'm doing it for the glass and the ceramics. Colleen, I think that's who asked. And it says you can use on wood too. It says you can use on wood, wicker, metal, plaster, paper mache, ceramics, and florals. So it has a lot of uses, but it just makes it like immediately gloss, which is, oh, I haven't done this one yet. Y'all want to see it? I might have to smell this for a little bit, but look, I haven't sprayed this one yet, but look at the difference. So there, look at the black right there, and look at the difference. So there's that. See how shiny it is now? Versus the windshield that's not. I'm not going to spray a ton because I'm going to be in here painting with y'all and I don't want to sniff that the whole time. It's better to do outside. I mean, really, you should be doing that outside. But I usually, like, I'll spray it in my art studio before I'm about to leave. Like, I'll finish with my paintings, I'll spray it, and then I'll leave. But then usually I forget I've done something, and I'm like, oh man, I need to go back in and do this, and then I'm like sniffing those for way too long. Should not be doing that. Do not do that. It is not good. It will give you a headache. Okay, so it's called Triple Thick, Americana, if you want to write that down. So I'm just going to put a turquoise like aqua on here first. And then after I get that, I'm going to let it dry while I move to my Santa. Now, here's why, if you haven't ordered these yet, I know a lot of y'all in Paint Party headquarters are doing these as paint parties. So let me know in the comments if you are here just watching because you want to paint, or you want to do the crafts, or if you're here trying to learn about paint parties, because that's my specialty, is teaching you how to make money doing this as paint parties. And can you show the trees? Can you show your trees? And oh yes, the ones that are on the ceramics. Yeah, let me grab. So this is the mini gnome trees. These are littler, and you put a tea light in them. They're really cute. You get them in a 4-pack. Let me see. I have some of my bigger trees. Okay, the other ones are in boxes ready to go. I think this one is the 11-inch, and then there's also a 13-inch. So 11-inch and a 13-inch. I'll try to put that over here. We're out of space, y'all. I'm gonna put it over there. Okay. All right, let me see if I have any other questions. Kathy says, I'm here to learn how to paint on wood. I know nothing. Well, this will be a really, really fun project for you to do. Carla, first time here. Y'all, let's welcome Carla. Yay. Hey, Jackie. And thank you, Renda. I appreciate that. Thank y'all for your kind words. Okay, so I'm going to just let that dry for a minute. As you can see, you can still see the laser cut. So that's the really cool thing about this. You can still see the laser cut, so it's not that big of a deal. Where is my drink? Oh, hold on. I'm going to take a drink of some Topo Chico. I love it. I know I'm not saying it right, but I love this drink. Angie, I have the 13-inch. I only have maybe a couple 13-inch left, but you can get those. Those are bigger. Let's see. Rhonda says, I love to paint, but I only do it as a hobby. It helps me relax and have had a stressful week. Yes, for sure. On Saturday, I painted from 9:30 in the morning till 7 at night. It was so much fun. And I did a bunch of Christmas presents. So I love like making stuff for Christmas presents because sometimes you just don't like the person who has everything, or every year you've gotten them something. You don't want to just go to like Kohl's and get them. You know, I mean, everybody likes slippers, but how many times can you buy, you know, somebody a pair of slippers, right? So I think sometimes when we make something handmade, and this could be like a Christmas present you're going to make somebody. So it could be really, really cool. Let's see. Hello, Annie. Linda says, I've been a member of PPHQ for 1.5 years. Oh, what's the other part? And have yet to do a party. Fear is my greatest handicap. Linda, have you read Big Magic like I have instructed y'all to do? Big Magic, Creative Living Beyond Fear. I'm going to go ahead and paint this, but I wanted to talk to y'all about that while I'm painting this. Because let me know. I know she's not the only one. Catherine, I don't share my ceramics companies, my wholesale companies on here. I, however, do share them inside of Paint Party Headquarters. So if you're in Paint Party Headquarters, just post that question and we have all the information, everything you need inside of there. But yes, if you want to order these, go ahead and order them now. We will sell out of the ceramics because they are very, very limited. So go ahead and order your sleighs. Then you'll have a chance to order the ceramics, and the link is in the description. Let's see. And Deb says, I sure want to get into painting the sleighs, but haven't ordered any yet. I'm a little afraid. Don't be afraid. Wanda, the link is in the description to order the 2 sleighs. And then once you order the sleighs, you'll have a chance at ordering any ceramics that are left. And they will sell out. And we only have this going on until Wednesday, and that is it. That's it. Like, we have till Wednesday, and then we're not doing it anymore. Because I have several paint parties myself, in addition to just all of the stuff that goes around the holidays. So I wanted to give you one last chance, and plus we need to make sure we have plenty of time to get them to you so that you don't miss out. But you know, and I don't want you getting them December 20th. I want you to have time so that you can paint them with your family. And I'm going to use, for Santa, I'm going to use True Blue and some white to mix together to get kind of the background of this, okay? But I want you to have plenty of time so that you could put on some Christmas movies, put on, you know, whatever you want, some great music, and actually have time to paint these during the month of December. I want you early, hopefully early. That's why we're shutting off the sales on Wednesday. So if you're watching this on a replay and it's past Wednesday, they will not be for sale anymore. You'll click the link above and it will not allow you to order them. And Allison, so the sleighs, I share that information inside of Paint Party Headquarters. So you can order the sleighs from me, or if you're in Paint Party Headquarters, ask there and we'll share all the information with you inside of Paint Party Headquarters. Oh, I just painted my hat. Okay, so here's how you fix a mistake. And then I want to talk a little bit about doing things even when you're scared. So if it's still wet, you can take a baby wipe and pretty much wipe most of it off. If it doesn't all the way come off, don't worry. The other great thing is I could have just basically painted right over that. I didn't have to do that, but I just wanted to. Okay. All right. So excited. Oh, that's awesome, Angie. Very cool. Hey, Rhonda. Okay, so Creative Living Beyond Fear, Big Magic, a book I recommend all the time. I know I'm going to get this quote wrong. I tried to print it this morning so I can have it ready to just talk to y'all about it anyway, because I talk about it a lot, because a lot of people struggle with fear, right? A lot of people. Oh, good. Oh, that's great, Marianne. So cool. The thing about fear is that we all do things through fear, even when we're scared. It doesn't matter how long we've been doing stuff. We tend to think that the person who's been doing stuff, whatever, that they're not scared, that they're not doing things when they're scared, and they are. The secret is just doing things even if you're scared, doing things through fear. And I think that's how you can get to the next step in your business, in your life, whatever it is. And so in this book, there's this quote, and it talks about how, we're a certain way in our 20s, and we think, everything people say we think about, and, we're all worried and caught up in what people need, what they think of us. And I know I'm misquoting this. I so wish my printer was working this morning. I would have it perfect for y'all. And then she talks about in her 30s, and then she talks about in her, 40s, like you're starting to feel a little bit better and a little bit more secure in who you are and not worrying as much. And then, but she said the true freedom lies when you're in your 60s and your 70s. And let me know in the comments here if you're, what decade you're in right now. I'm in my 40s right now, but I had read this book in my late 30s. And so I started going, oh my gosh, like she goes, the true freedom is whenever you're in your 60s and 70s, because you realize that nobody was really ever thinking about you anyway. And there's such freedom in that. There's so much freedom in that. And so I started thinking, I was like, okay, so if that's how women or men or whoever, if that's how women and men feel, especially women, we start to go in our 60s and 70s like, well, I don't care what they think. I'm just going to live my life, right? I'm just going to, if I want to start a business or I want to paint this Santa Claus, and do a live and see how it goes, like I'm just going to do it. And so I started thinking like, what if I used that mentality that most of us get when we turn 60s and 70s, that mentality of, I'm at this age and I don't care and I'm going to try it anyway. What if I took that and started using that in my 30s? Now I'm in my 40s, and so I did. And that, along with a lot of prayer and a lot of hard work, I think that is what has made my business successful, because I stopped caring what people thought, and the fear went away. Well, the fear didn't go away. I was still scared, and I still am scared when I do new things and when I try new things and when stuff doesn't work out. Like I still have those feelings of, am I still good enough for this? Can I still do this? Like I still have all those things try to creep up. But the thing that I've noticed is because I have gotten to that stage where I don't care at all, like, there may be somebody on here watching me, like making fun of something about me. Well, I don't care. Like, I know that sounds rude, but I know what my mission is, and I know it's painting, and it's sharing God's love through art, and it's teaching people how to make money teaching paint parties, and how that can change their family's financial, future, which has totally changed mine, and how, them doing 1 or 2 paint parties a month or every quarter could make a huge difference in their family. And so I am so bound by that passion and that, waking up every day and knowing that's what I'm going to help with, that I could care less what a neighbor who might see me on Facebook says. I could care less what a person who I went to high school with over 25 years ago. Don't care. It's not that I don't like them. It's not that I don't, love them, but I don't care. And when I started having that attitude of, thinking that way, it just really, it set me free. It was like this freedom go ahead, make mistakes. Have the, it's sometimes, not sometimes, a lot of times you're going to make mistakes. I'm going to put a little bit of dark blue around here. You're going to make mistakes a lot. You're going to have failures a lot. You're going to be, in front of people when you say the wrong thing. You're going to have, we're human. But what I don't want to happen and what I don't want y'all to do is I don't want you to, past your 60s and 70s, you finally felt free. But if you're younger, take my approach. Start feeling free now. Start acting like your 60s and 70s. And then I don't want you when you're 85, 95 going, man, I could have tried that. What if I did paint that? What if I did do a paint party? What if? Like all these what ifs. But we let it pass it by because we were nervous, because we were scared. And I know so much because I used to be the person that literally would go, I had so much anxiety. I would go to the grocery store and I thought people were staring at me. Really? Yes, they're not. They're busy. They have lives. They have family. They have things going on. And so when we stop thinking that our existence revolves around every single person, then it changes. When we stop thinking that what we're doing is going to totally, if they see me fail, they're just going to be talking about me forever. Well, first off, if that person's talking about you all the time because they saw you fail, that is not on you. That is on them. That is on them. So any of y'all that are nervous about doing paint parties, and any of you that have been with me a while and you haven't done a paint party yet, I will love you no matter what. If you just want to hang out with us in Paint Party Headquarters and paint until your heart's content and be a part of that, that is fine because everybody is totally on their own path. Everybody has their own, timeline, and that is fine. But if you're in, out there and you're thinking, well, I really just need a kick in the butt. I want to do this. And you're thinking, well, if I do this, I'm going to fail. Of course you're going to fail. You're going to forget stuff. I once forgot red paint at a red Christmas angel party. I literally forgot the red paint, and it was in the country. And so I couldn't run to town and go get some red paint. I had to secretly ask the birthday girl, because it was around Christmas, and she helped me design the painting. I secretly asked the birthday girl, and I said, I had like 7 parties that week. I was just overwhelmed and like, oh my gosh, and I totally forgot this red. And it was very, very important to this party. And so I went over to the birthday girl. I think she was turning 8 or 9, and I was like, do you have any red paint in your craft room? Any red will do. I will work with orange red. I will work with any red. And so she went and found some red, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And so you're gonna make mistakes. But when you take the idea of I can't do anything until I am perfect at it, you're taking almost every option of your life, of fun, excitement, of adventure, of what you want out of life. You're taking all of that off the table because you're going to fail. I always think the faster you fail, the faster to success. Once I realized that, I was like, well, let me fail as fast as humanly possible so I can be successful as humanly possible. And by doing more paint parties, by teaching more people online, by learning, okay, doing this way works, this way doesn't work, I started failing faster, but then I also started seeing what did work, what didn't work. Then, guess what happens when you actually take action? Your confidence grows. You start to grow your confidence. And then you're like, wait a minute, I can do this. I got this, right? And so many cool things happen, but you've got to take action. Okay, so I used a Tuscan red. And let me know if y'all agree with that, if any of this is making sense, or if you're like, Heidi, just paint. Be quiet and paint. Well, guess what? I love you, but y'all know I'm a talker. And I can't just sit here quietly and paint because it would drive me nuts. I feel like I just want to talk to y'all. Okay, so right here we have Joy to the World. Remember, you can order these sleighs. You have until Wednesday, okay? You have until Wednesday. Susan says, I just retired this summer after 35 years of teaching, the last 15 years in junior high. Oh, bless you, woman. I am starting to paint again. I'm 63 and, oh no, I want to see your comment. I'm 63 and raring to go. Probably won't do paint parties because of my rural location, but I'm doing a small country craft fair in 9 days. Eek! Oh, it's so exciting. Susan, oh my gosh, the way I teach you is, yeah, when you order the sleighs, they will actually already be etched on. So don't worry, you won't have to try to freehand this. It'll be etched on. Don't discount the fact that you live in a rural county, okay? One of my bigger parties, 119 people, was in a town of 5,000. Also, you can easily, if you have a car, I mean, y'all, I'm a little extreme, but I've done paint parties all the way from Texas to Florida. So, so location is never, ever been a factor for me. I know that's not feasible for everybody, but don't, I try to teach you when you're learning paint parties from me, don't put yourself in a box where you're thinking just there's only one way to do this. There's so many ways to do this. I want to order the sleigh, going too soon. Tammy, awesome. So here's the thing about the sleighs. For any of y'all just jumping on, you click the link in the description. They will only be on sale till Wednesday. Then that link will not work no more. I have it set up automatically to just stop working on Wednesday. Now here's the thing. When you order, you will have a chance, if you order the 2 sleighs, you will have a chance to order any of these ceramics. We are already a few minutes into this live, so a lot of these ceramics will probably already be sold out. So if you're watching this replay and you want some of these ceramics, I highly recommend you go click and order right now and then come back and finish watching with me. The reason why is because we have very limited ceramics left. And so I have right beside it how many are available and how many are left. So you'll be able to see as you order, okay, she says there's 4 left. She's not lying. I put all the inventory in this morning myself. And so on the sleighs, there's not a quantity limit on the sleighs. You're going to get 2 sleighs for $65. And that includes, that includes shipping. So the shipping it's almost 20 bucks of that. So you don't have to pay shipping for it. That includes it. The link is in the description, okay? The link is in the description. So if you just tap your finger on, let me see if I can put it in the comment. If you just tap your finger on oh, it's not letting me. Can somebody tap their finger and copy that on the description? And then you should be able to grab it and put it in the comments if somebody doesn't mind. I don't know why it's not letting me. But anyway, so you can go ahead and do that. And then that's going to give you access to order the sleighs. You'll get 2 of them. You'll get the Santa and the manger. And then you'll have access to order ceramics if you want. Again, if you're watching, right now we're live, so you probably have a good chance at getting what you want. But if you're watching this replay, maybe tonight or tomorrow, depending on what's left, if it's not there, I am so sorry. I cannot get any more this season. What I have is all I have. So, so please, if it's there and you want it, grab it. If it's not there, then I am so sorry. Make sure you stay on my text list, because anybody who's on my text list, you actually got a text from me probably about 45 minutes ago that gave you first dibs on all the ceramics. The ceramics are, you have to order the sleighs first, and then once you order the sleighs, it gives you the option to add the ceramics to your cart, okay? So you order the sleighs first, and then it gives you the option. And then if you're like, well, I really only want the ceramics, but I don't want the sleighs, maybe you have somebody that loves art that you could give the sleighs to before Christmas. Oh my gosh, thank you. Is it Brikel? I hope I'm saying your name right. Thank you so much for posting that. Let me see if it'll let me pin that comment. Yay, there we go. Okay, so thank you so much. I pinned it so that y'all could grab that link right there in the comments. Okay, so I'm putting white, and as you can see, I'm not worried about where it's going because I can see the lines. This is why it's so easy for any level. And then you can hang this on your door. You could put this behind a wreath. We talked about like getting a wreath and then putting the sleigh on top of the wreath. Just so many different options that you can do. Okay, so I'm just going to grab this, put a little bit more white on here, and then we're going to spruce this up, obviously. Everything's going to get spruced up a little bit, but I want to get just some base colors where they need to go before we start sprucing, okay? And I know I'm painting 2 projects in one, so I wanted to do them both at the same time. So those of y'all that ordered, when you get your email, basically you'll order today, you'll get your email saying, you know, we're going to be shipping them. Then you're going to get your shipment within 3 weeks of the order, okay? 3 weeks of the order. And no, Susan, this is kind of like the class. So that's why I'm telling you like the exact colors. And then you'll get a second email about 5 or 6 days later after you order today that says, here's the Facebook link, this one right here where I'm live with you, so that you can pause me. You can come back and actually paint with me if you want. Where are the ceramic sleighs? I already received my sleighs. The ceramic sleighs are, if you ordered these 2 new, so I have 2 new sleighs today that we're selling, the Santa and the Manger. And then the only way to get to those ceramic sleighs, which I think I only have 8 sets of 2, may have 9 sets of 2, but is to order these and then you can select the ceramic sleighs. And those will come with your order. So if you're like, I really don't want, you know, if you've already ordered the other 2 sleighs and you don't want 2 more, then maybe you give these 2 as a Christmas present, or you paint them with your daughter or, you know, your best friend or whatever. Is kind of like a fun little event. Last night, Pixie was helping me we were doing this morning and last night. Well, she went to school this morning, so I was doing it more this morning. But last night, she was going through all the ceramics and just trying to get like, you know, how many we have of everything so we would know what we had available for y'all. And she found the gingerbread house, and we were going to put those up for sale. And she's like, but can we paint these? This would be so fun to do. And she's 15, and I'm like, of course we can. Like, let's put on some Christmas music and we'll paint them. So that's going to be one of our activities in December, is we'll, you know, probably bake some cookies and put on some Christmas music or a Christmas movie. And then we'll just sit and paint some ceramics together. And it's so fun. It's fun. And not only is it fun, but then you have this really cool ceramic that you can get out every year that will remind me of when Pixie was 15 and not always liking me, but at that moment she wanted to paint a gingerbread ceramic, so I'm gonna paint that with her. Oh, thank you, Deb. She is a sweetie. Oh my gosh, she does have her moments like every teenager, but for the most part, I feel like I am very, very lucky for sure. Okay, so we're adding a little bit of white there. I'm gonna put some on here. And I just want to get the base on here so we can be ready. And then let me know too, I love hearing, around this time of year, I always ask this question. And I love hearing what traditions you do with maybe it's a tradition you have that you do by yourself. Maybe it's a tradition you do with your family. But what is something that you do with your family this time of year that you kind of consider a tradition, that you got to do it every year? And I'll give you an example. So since Pixie was little bitty, and I did, you can judge, but I did train my daughter to drink coffee since she was younger. Not like 6, but probably like 8. I started kind of having her have coffee with me. And the reason why is I wanted, she's not even 10, I don't know for sure, but now she's a coffee drinker and she's 15. But I wanted her to have something, you know, coffee is something that we all go to, most people. And I wanted her to have something that she could, that she would kind of like, you know, be able to call me, hey mom, you want to meet for coffee? Or I could call her, hey, you want to meet for coffee? And then it's like that time we have together. And so, so I kind of intentionally was like, hey, let's get coffee together since she was kind of younger. And now it's awesome because, hey, you want to go grab coffee? And she's 15 and we'll sit and be chatting. And I just wanted something really like, I just wanted that for our relationship. And this is the Joy to the World. I'm going to move to it while this is drying a little bit. And then I'm going to actually do this part a little bit cream, and then we'll go into brown here. So anyway, so another one, so that's kind of one of the things. And then, oh, Kathy, you can order the sleighs. There's a link right there in the description. You can order the sleighs today, and we have them on sale until Wednesday. That's it. And then we're not selling any more sleighs for the rest of the year because we want to make sure we get them to you. This is a light buttermilk, but you can use whatever color you want. But one of the other things we did was every year around Thanksgiving, we do ice skating. And it's like a mother-daughter, and I always wanted it to be a tradition. So I've been doing this with her since she was little bitty, so that now every year, if I don't bring it up, she brings it up. She's like, where, you know, what do we do? When are we doing our ice skating thing? And I think that's so cool. Tammy says, I give my coffee with milk and sugar when they were sick to break chest congestion. Does that help? That's great to know. Sheila says, Heidi, I think I missed your comment about where you can get the tracer for the Santa. I already have a sleigh. So we don't have, if you're in Paint Pretty headquarters, we should have a tracer. But actually, if you're not in Paint Pretty headquarters, if you're on my text list, you may be getting that. So make sure you've texted me. Let me know real quick in the comments, yes, if you're on my text list, or no, if you're not. If you're not, write this number down right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. And make sure you're on my text list, because that's where every Friday I've been trying to give away some fun Happy Meals. So like just last Friday, I sent one lucky VIP texter. I sent her a Starbucks gift card because I love coffee. So make sure you're on my text list, because that's going to notify you if I have free things I'm giving you, and if I'm going live to paint like this, all of that kind of wonderful stuff. So make sure you're on there. Okay, so we're going to start throwing some gold on here. I'm going to use my favorite gold, 24 karat. Oh, good, Bobby. Great. I'm not on the list. I can't see the number on the board. Okay, I'm going to hold it up if y'all want to screenshot it. Oh, good, Sue. That's awesome. If you want to screenshot this, I'll hold it up for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So just text me just like you're going to text a neighbor. Just text me like you're going to text a neighbor. And then every Friday, every Friday, I've been doing it the past few, is I'll say, drum roll please, so-and-so won, and I just literally go down my text list and pick one lucky winner. And then I send them either a gift card or something fun that I have from my house that, you know, is something that I think you might like. Just some Happy Mail, something fun. But then also it notifies you, so like everybody that was on my list got notified before I went live, so that you could have first dibs at these sleighs and ceramics. So they had about an hour head start to order before I ever went live to actually post the link right now. So so there's some benefits for sure for being on there. And also we have some other really cool stuff coming up pretty soon, and especially for the new year. And if you're on that text list, you're going to be notified first before anyone else. So make sure you're there. Okay, so I just added a little bit of gold. I'll probably add a little bit more gold. let me grab a brown. Let's see. I'm going to use a burnt umber for the manger thing. Oh, I'm so sorry, Heather. Let's see. Annie says, we get a real treat every year. We also watch a Christmas movie every night and end up with my favorite movie, It's a Wonderful Life, at Christmas Eve. Oh, that is so cool. Oh my gosh. I have a story to tell you about A Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life. Oh, good, Connie. She just ordered hers. Awesome. Yeah, make sure you order them. And if you're watching this, make sure, like I'm telling y'all, the order will end on Wednesday. We will not have them available after Wednesday because we got to make sure we have time to ship them to you so that you can make this maybe a fun tradition. Every year I try to do something. Like last year we had all of the ceramic trees. We sold a ton of really great ceramic trees, and people loved them. I mean, they were so much fun, and they did them as like, you know, with their family. And some of these that we do have available now, and they sell in 4-packs, and it's really fun because you can have like you, your kid, your sister, your grandkid, whoever, all paint one, and then have it almost like a table setting, which I think is kind of fun because every year you could get it out. So yeah, I think that's a fun idea, Annie, to like have a Christmas movie while you're getting the live tree, all of that great stuff. So Bobby, okay, so Bobby's my husband, for those of y'all that don't know. So we've been married almost 25 years this coming summer. And what was crazy was I had never seen A Wonderful Life, like never seen it growing up, just, I don't know, I just never saw it. And so a bunch of people, I was working at a corporate job at the time, and a bunch of people kept saying, oh my gosh, you gotta watch that movie, it's so good, you'll love it, and blah, blah, blah. And so I saw a commercial for it, an advertisement saying it was gonna be on, and Bobby was like, no, let's wait and watch it. And I was like, that's kind of weird, like, why can't I just watch the Christmas movie? And anyway, so he goes, I have a surprise for you. This was a few days later. He's like, I have a surprise for you. And, you know, my mom's going to watch Pixie. Pixie was little at the time. I think she was a baby. And my mom's going to watch Pixie, and we're going to go do something. And I was like, okay. And he goes, but we need to get a bag of fruit. And I was like, a bag of fruit? Like, are we going horseback riding? Like, are we feeding apples to the goats? Like, I mean, I don't even know if that's what goats eat, but like, I mean, I didn't know. I was just like, what is going on? And it was a surprise, and I wasn't sure. And it was like and I was like, well, what do I need to wear? You know, because I'm a girl. Like, I want to know what to wear. I want to look cute while we're doing this fun date surprise. Anyway, so he just tells me like these very little information. He's like, well, just wear some jeans, and I'm gonna mix a little bit of the burnt umber with some white, and then kind of fill in the face. Anyway, so he was saying, yeah, just, you know, and that way you don't have to worry about having a lot of colors. You can just kind of blend that. And so it started raining that day pretty bad, and I was like, oh my gosh, our horse riding's gonna be canceled, you know. And he still hadn't told me the story, you know, where we were gonna go. And so anyway, so he goes, no, everything's fine, you know, go ahead, let's get ready, let's go. And we dropped off Pixie, and then he took me to this old theater, and I don't even know if it's around anymore. It's in Panama City in Florida, and it's this old theater, and like original, like from way, way back. And he said, we pulled up, and on the marquee it said, It's a Wonderful Life playing. And I was like, no way. And so we walked in, so it was for donation. So we had to donate the bag of fruit or whatever. So that's what it was like, to help feed people. And then, so we donated the bag of fruit, and then we walked in, and there was this saxophonist that was just playing this beautiful music. I mean, it sounded like he was Kenny G. And we're sitting in this old theater, and you can hear the lightning and the thunder and all the rain. And then there's this saxophonist just playing, and I was just like, y'all know I'm emotional. I was just like streaming. My eyes were, I was just crying, and I was so excited that he had, you know, like anytime anybody thinks of you and something that you really want to do, I don't know, does that do it, like, for y'all? Does that, like, you know, when somebody, like, makes a gesture like that is meaningful, not just like, hey, you know, let's go to Chuck E. Cheese, like, you know, whatever, right? Like, but when somebody, like, really makes something meaningful, and I am using antique gold right now, antique gold, but when somebody does something so meaningful like that, and so I'm just sitting in this theater, and there's this storm happening, and we're about to watch Wonderful Life, and my eyes are just streaming with tears of just, like, joy and happiness. And I thought, like, it was, like, such a perfect moment. Like, it was such a cool moment. And I'll never forget that. Like, it was so cool. It was just like this Christmas surprise. And so I think anytime you can have something fun like that, you know, or do something cool like that, like, why not? Because the people you do that for, especially when it's something so meaningful like that, we don't forget it. We remember forever. And anytime, like, if Bobby makes me mad, you know, like I said, you know, we've been married a long time, so you can't be married that long and not have some fights. And so anytime, like, we're trying, you know, we're in a fight or argument, I try to go back to that memory and remember how much he, you know, put thought and effort into that, and how much it just made, oh my gosh, it made that whole month for me. I just think back to that time. And yes, I love the movie, Annie. I did love it. It was so good. I think the whole experience, you know, just the whole experience was so cool. Okay, so I'm using that same antique gold. Oh, Monica, so do they still have the old theater over kind of by the marina? Do they still have it open, or did it get hurt in the hurricane? And did it get closed down? Because I know it was, oh my gosh, it was so many years ago. It was probably 2007 or 2008 when they had it there. Okay, so I'm going to start just trying to add hay. So I'm just taking a smaller brush and just starting to make this look like hay is coming out of this manger. So you can start to just kind of add these little strokes, and you can even go back in with some of the brown to get kind of placements of it. Oh, I hear, speaking of Bobby, I hear Bobby leaving right now. He's heading to go, I think he's going to wash his truck. We're so opposite. Like, I could wash my car maybe once a year if I even care. Like, I don't know why, I just don't, that stuff doesn't bother me. Him, it's like, if it has one speck of dirt on it, he wants it perfect. We're totally opposite personalities. Isn't it weird how God does that? Gives you your direct opposite. Am I still selling ceramics? Evie, yes. So if you order the sleighs, right here, these two sleighs, the manger and the Santa, these two sleighs come as a combo for $65, includes shipping. The link is pinned right there. You can grab it and go ahead and order. Whatever ceramics we have left is what I have for sale. I highly think that probably by the end of this live, most of the ceramics will be gone. But you do have to order the sleighs first in order to let you, it won't let you just order the ceramics. We did it where you do the two sleighs first, and then you can add on, almost like an add to cart after. Okay, so I'm just going to start adding, speaking of adding to cart, I'm going to take this and start just bringing it over. And then about 10 days after you order your sleighs, you'll be getting them in the mail. And then what's going to happen is that we'll have an email sent to you that says, you know, here's this video, and it's going to point you back to this video So if you're like, okay, I don't remember how she was adding the manger grass or whatever, you could actually come back to this video if you want and watch it. But if you're already gonna have the lines here, so you don't have to try to freehand this. See, I'm going through by all these lines. There's lines already basically engraved in here. So I'm going through by these lines. So you don't have to watch it to get what's going on here. Okay, so I'm just adding this on. Just gonna put some more in here and then just use a little bit of brown. And I'm just kind of blending it a little bit. Just a little bit of blending. And just kind of adding it. So we kind of have like a little look of the hay being down there too. Okay, so I'm going to add some white up here, like there's snow coming down from the sky. So I'm just going to take this and add a little bit of white. And then if you have snow text, if you've ever used snow text, that is really, really fun to do for anywhere you have snow. If you could put snow text on, go for it, okay? I just slobbered everywhere. I tried to get my snow text out so I could show y'all, but we have that entire area of my art studio has all those ceramics ready to go, so we could try to get these quickly shipped to y'all. So it is covering my closet area where I have all my snow text. So I can't get to it right now to put it on for you to show you in here, but let me show you with this Santa that I'm kind of doing on the sleigh. This is what the Santa, see the texture? That's because of snow text. So I highly recommend adding that kind of stuff to it as well. Very cool. Okay, let's see what Michelle says. And make sure you are reading each other's comments. These are awesome. And Michelle says, me and my husband go to Santa Claus, Indiana. There's a Santa Claus, Indiana? That's awesome. To the Christmas store and get personalized ornaments, then hot chocolate and a cookie. Then we go to there's a Lake Rudolph? To the land of the Christmas. Michelle, I must know about this thing. Oh my gosh, I gotta screenshot that. I gotta find out about this. Can y'all see me? I tried to screenshot. Michelle, I can't screenshot it. It's not letting me. It's trying to shut y'all off. Did y'all know there's a land of the Rudolph? I am so excited right now. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Okay, I'm so excited. I gotta know more about this land of the Lake of the Rudolph. What is happening? I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm so excited. It's like a new adventure I gotta go find. Thank you for telling us about that. Yeah, if y'all have any cool traditions, please, please, please put in the comments. Okay, I'm just adding some snow looking stuff to the tops of these. I'm gonna start doing a little bit, I'm gonna do some quick speed painting. So I know for those of y'all that are watching this, you're gonna watch the replay when you buy the sleighs. You can always kind of pause, like do a part and then pause. But I'm gonna try to do a little bit of a quick painting. We'll see if it works. Anybody want to time me? Let's see if we can do all of the rest in 20 or less. Who has the timer? Let's see if we can do it. Okay, I gotta get my energy ready because it takes me a second to just go, okay, I'm gonna do this in a very fast way. Okay, all of the rest in 20 or less. Can she do it? Okay, so I'm gonna take that same kind of burnt sienna that I used over here. We got a timer? Do we have a timer? Let's see. And I'm going to use the burnt sienna with a little bit of the cream. And I'm going to go ahead and fill in Santa's face. And again, you can buy whatever color for skin that you want, like at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. If you want it to be more like their shade, you can grab it. They have all different shades, but I'm just mixing something kind of fast. So it's just I'm gonna actually add a little bit of that yellowish to it to give it a little bit of a warmth. Okay, let's see. Hey BFF Kathy, hello, hello. Okay, so I'm gonna ask Alexa to do a timer. Alexa, set a timer for 20 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes. I gotta have a 5-minute warning. That way I know for sure that I need to hurry it up, okay? I need to know for sure, since we're doing 2 sleighs, which when you're doing this at your house, don't rush it like I'm rushing right now. I'm rushing for the fact that, you know, I know everybody's busy and y'all want to see this, but you don't want to spend 2 hours, you know. So when you're doing this at home, put on your music, get your, you know, coffee or your favorite drink or whatever, and then just really, really enjoy it like I did on Saturday when I painted from 9:30 in the morning till 7 at night. I mean, it was so crazy because every time I leave my art studio, I go, oh yeah, but I wanted to do this. Oh yeah, but I wanted to do this. And I just kept going back and forth, back and forth. And you know, by the time I was done, I was like, yep, I painted all day. And it was like such a fun feeling. And I made some Christmas presents and just had a blast. So make sure when you order your sleighs, make some time, like actually schedule out time that, hey, I'm going to do this on this date. And you can go ahead and put it on the calendar right now. You're going to get these sleighs within 3 weeks. So put it on the calendar. And then once you get your email, it'll remind you where this video is so you can follow it along if you need to. But you might not even need to. Okay, so I'm going to add this gold color right here on the star. And then we're going to start adding some highlights here pretty quick that'll start making everything pop. So I'm going to add some gold right here. And now that I set myself a challenge, I have to go really fast. I have to go really fast. Let's see. Diane says, so happy. Just ordered the sleds. Can't wait to do them. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, make sure you, if you don't follow me on Instagram, it's Texas Art and Soul _. And if you post it or send me a message with it, I love sharing these to my stories. So anything that you've painted with me, please tag me in it, Texas Art and Soul _ on Instagram, and then I can share it to my story, which is really fun to see. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of this gold over here to the hay while I have it. So just little bits, just kind of adding just little streaks like this. And then we're gonna have some fun adding some details to this Santa Claus too. Okay, all right, and we're gonna get to the Joy to the World, which by the way is already etched in. So again, you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. Tammy says speeds. I know, I'm like, oh, I can do this. Okay, so I'm rinsing my 1-inch brush. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grab some black paint and get that on my palette, which is also known as my paper plate. Okay, I'm gonna grab that. And then I'm going to quickly grab some white with a liner and just fill in this little area there. I don't know why I did that first. I was thinking of something else. I'm going to put a little bit of this blue in the sides of the eye because his pupil, well, no, that's going to be white. Hold on, y'all. I think I messed this up. I know this will count towards my time. It's like taking a test. I know it's going to count towards my time. Bonnie says speed painting. Okay, so I need the white there. So I'm going to put a little bit of white on top of that. I'll show you all this up close here in just a second after I try to correct my mistake. And then we're going to put a bunch of highlights on here anyway, so it's not going to matter too much. Okay, so I'm going to grab this. I'm actually going to go to this first. the round, grab the gold, and I'm just gonna have some fun, just kind of going along with this, almost like waves in an ocean. I'm just kind of following along my lines. So you can see here, the lines are still etched in. I can even see them even better with this white paint. And I'm just gonna kind of free flow, have some fun with this gold, okay? So we're just adding in the gold, just little areas, a little bit in the mustache. And this is where you can get totally crazy. If you add too much gold, like there's a lot of gold, I could go back to white and just put some on top and blend it. So you can, add too much, add too little, and then always correct. You can always self-correct. So it's not that big of a deal. Add a little bit more gold. Now, we're gonna go ahead and add just a smidge right here. And we're gonna add a smidge in the hat. Just some fun colors. Okay, now let's grab some black, okay? We're gonna grab some black. Remember, you can order these if you're just now jumping on. We only have a few days. These are gonna be for sale. You can order them in the link in the description. Okay, so I have black paint, and we're doing speed painting now. So for those of y'all that are like, why is she talking so fast? I am doing speed painting. So I'm just basically taking this, I'm grabbing the paint, both sides like this, so it's a really good thin line. Then I'm just taking all of the bristles at once and then looking where I'm going, not where I am. So it's kind of like riding a bike. And sometimes when you get to these too big of curves, it's impossible to make that circle on the big brush like this. So you gotta be, I don't know what this hand's doing, it wants to help. You gotta be careful with it, okay? You gotta be careful because this I'm gonna have to go back with a smaller brush. But anything that I can do, I do with this bigger one. I can do the bigger one too with the hat. Again, this one is ready to help. I can paint with my left hand too, like not real good, but good enough. Like when I painted murals, I still paint murals from time to time. And so many times this hand will be so tired because I'll be painting murals for, 12, 14 hours long. And so sometimes this hand will be so tired, I'll just switch hands and I just literally start doing the other hand, so it's had some practice. Okay, so I'm gonna grab that. Now I'm using my pinky, so if you have shaky hands, it's okay. You may be like me, where if you have shaky hands, you just grab it and just hold with your pinky. And that kind of helps sturdy it a little bit so that you can grab this liner brush and do what you need to do. So we're just basically tracing. That's when you know I'm concentrating. I got the timer going to try to speed paint. And little parts. So here, see how this is like a fluffy? So I'm just honestly just going kind of big and bold and not really worrying if it's exactly the line, but I just want it to be close. Okay? And now I'm going to trace over his eyebrow. And I'm basically just making this whole thing look a little more cartoony or whimsical, I guess you could say. So just a little bit more whimsical is really what we're going for. And I'm not loving the eye, so I think I'm going to change the eye a little bit. I know that's going to get into my time. I know. I know it's going to get into my time. All right, for those of y'all that are just now joining us, make sure you have texted me. If you want to know when I'm painting live, every Friday, which tomorrow is Friday, I'll be doing another giveaway to those of you on my VIP text list. So make sure you text me, text Hey BFF, and I'm going to add in a little bit of turquoise here just in obviously we know he doesn't have turquoise beard, but we just want to have some fun, funky colors in here. So you could get crazy with this. You could, just have all kinds of fun stuff in here. So yeah, so if you want to text me tomorrow, I'll be doing another giveaway. Last week I gave away a Starbucks gift card. So sometimes I give away, fun paint stuff and just all kinds of fun stuff. So if you want a chance to win, make sure you text me. And then my number is right here. So you can screenshot this. I'll leave this up for just a second. Go ahead and screenshot it and text Hey BFF. And then you can order your sleighs today. You have until Wednesday, okay? All right, so I'm gonna make that eye black in a minute. So it's not done yet, but we're getting close, okay? So let's go back right over to Joy to the World. I'm gonna grab my liner brush, some black paint, and I'm just gonna literally use, see how it's etched in? I'm just gonna follow along where it's etched in. So this is what I love about these, is you don't have to go, oh my gosh, I have a blank sleigh and now I'm not really sure what to do with it. You can, order the sleigh. We will have it etched on for you, and then we'll email you a link directly back to this live so that you can have some fun. You can either paint with me if you need the directions like this, or just put on some great music or a movie and just have some fun. Even if, you're wanting to just do this to paint by yourself, those are some of my most cherished days. I love my family. Please don't get me wrong. I love Pixie and Bobby and my family so, so much. But there is, oh man, it's hard to beat a day of just painting and watching, catching up on shows or watching some good movies, or listening to some great music, and you're just creating by yourself and in your own thoughts. I don't know, is that something you like to do? Let me know, because it's like one of my favorite things. It's just being in my place with my paints and my music and just creating. It's just, I'm so thankful I have that kind of escape and relaxation, method of relaxation. And I know some people have gardening, some people have sewing, some people have cooking. Oh my gosh, it is not me. No, I almost burnt the house down the other day. We had 2 fire alarms go off. It was so bad. I put soap in it. How do you get soap in a HelloFresh? Like, how does that even happen? I had soap in the spaghetti noodles. I burnt the chicken. It's like some kind of chicken spaghetti stuff. Totally burnt the chicken. Soap in the noodles. I tried to get the soap out, and then I just decided to add almost a whole stick of butter because I felt butter is better, right? I thought it was. So yeah, so whatever your form of relaxation is, make sure you're making time to do it. And I know we're all busy. I know we are, but I promise you, if you start tracking your time just for like the next 3 days, and you track your time of what you're doing, I promise you, you'll probably find some gaps where you're like, oh, I could maybe do something I really love instead of spending time and for an hour on TikTok, for example, or, watching a show that you don't even like. When you're done watching it, you don't even have a good feeling. You're like sad or depressed, Like, I want you to think about how you're spending your time, and then spend more of your time doing the things that really fill you up. So like when I left my art studio that day at 7 and painting all day, and my husband goes, "You really rested today, didn't you?" And I was like, yes, to me, that was rest. Like, if I would have just been sitting there watching TV, and doing nothing, it would have sucked the life out of me. Like, I know everybody recharges differently, and some of you, your personality, that charges you up. But to me, I like the idea of actually like creating while I'm, watching my shows or whatever. It just charges me up. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some, I think I'm doing good on time. We're almost done. I'm gonna show you a few more little tricks to make it kind of pop at the end. Okay, so I'm gonna add this here. Just kind of highlight it. We're gonna add in, let's see, painted a sleigh bed today, found on the side of the road, king size. Oh my gosh, Debbie, I bet that was so fun. I would love to see a picture of that. Yeah, gee, better is always better, right? And totally get that. Creative relaxation is... Alexa, stop that timer. So I have 5 minutes left. Okay, let's see how much I can get done in 5 minutes. Okay. All right, y'all. Speed painting. 5 minutes speed painting. I'm going to outline this. And then I'm going to just kind of get it outlined. Remember, you will not have to speed paint when you get yours. Okay, so I'm just kind of getting some little extras in here. Just to kind of give it some something. Just something. Almost like a back shadow. Okay, so I got about 4 minutes left. I want to fix his eye. So I'm going to actually make his eye pupil. I'm going to turn it just, I'm actually going to, can y'all see that? Okay. All right, so we got that on there. Okay, so we have his cute little eye there. Bring that over. Okay, and then we're going to add some snow and some glitter. And another fun thing you can do on this one, we're going to add a few little highlights as well. And just like some little white highlights here and there. But another fun thing you can do is add the gold in here as well. So there's some other kind of cool, I'm going to see how fast I can make it happen. Because I really want to make that happen too. I want to do all of it. But I know I want to try to make the time limit. Because, you know, I like that too. Okay, so I'm going to grab a little bit of the white. And add just some funky, whimsical looking lines. All right, so nothing major, just some whimsical lines. And then we're going to turn it over and just kind of add snow to it. So little snow dots. And if you have snow text, I highly recommend you add the snow text. And for those of y'all that are just joining, you have until Wednesday to order these 2 sleighs. So these will come to your house delivered within 3 weeks, so you'll have time to create while you're doing your Christmas stuff, and you'll get it within 3 weeks, hopefully sooner. And then you can go ahead and order them using the link that is pinned or the link that is in the description. But depending on when you're watching this, you only have until Wednesday. That is it. The link will actually expire on Wednesday. My dots are, I think I put too much snow. Okay, so, well, I can't really have too much snow. So I'm just going to add a few more while it's flat. And so add your snow to it. And then the same thing here. We have some snow here. You could add snow to this if you want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take real quick, I'm going to take some glitter and just show you what it can look like too with some glitter. So you can use any kind. I'm just going to use this holographics glitter right here, Holographics Illusion. And this one is a crystal ball. So it has a few different colors in it. And then I'm just going to grab it and just kind of place it. Hopefully Jesus likes glitter. I think he does. We're just going to put it right there. And then that's going to dry and kind of have a shine. And we can also add a little glitter to the gold halo right here. And this is gonna dry and kind of shine as well. So there's so many fun little things you could do. Obviously you could do 2 totally different color schemes, but this one, I'm gonna go back after we're done here because I wanna finish on the 20 minutes. And I'm gonna go in with a gold and add that in here. And then this one, I'm gonna go back after this dries and add some more glitter to it. So, and of course, right here, Snow Tex. Oh yeah, it's called Snow Tex. So Snow Tex, and you can add to anywhere you have snow, and then it's gonna give you this feeling. Oh, there's the timer. Alexa, stop. See this, the very, very textured feeling. That's what Snow Tex does. It's so cool. And then I add glitter on top. Okay, so for all of y'all that are watching, just recap what we have done the last hour here. I have this. These are going to come to you unpainted. So I am doing the sleigh in the Santa and the sleigh in the Joy to the World. These are on sale right now. Unpainted, $65, includes shipping. And I don't know if y'all know this, but shipping went up. It cost me about anywhere from sometimes $12 to $20 to ship these to you. So shipping will be included. So it's $65, you get both of them. They have all of the cool stuff on it. There's sleighs that you can put a ribbon on. You can put on a wreath. Like, look at how cool this is. This is a little bit too big of a wreath. So get a smaller one. Get a smaller one, but look at how cute this could be if you have your wreath and then you put your sleigh on top of your wreath, and that becomes your door thing for the Christmas holidays. So so make sure, let's see what it looks like with the Joy to the World. Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh, I love that. Let me know if you like these. So it could be your wreath, you know, part of your wreath. It could be something you're doing with a friend or a family. And then once you order, you just click the link that is pinned, or you click the link up above. Once you order, then you're going to have the option to purchase some of these ceramics. Again, as you're watching this, there may be a good chance, because we're towards the very end of this, there may be a good chance that these are already sold out. If they are, I just want to say I am very, very sorry. But if they are still there and you want them, order them immediately, because they will be sold out in just probably a couple of days, if not already. So usually whenever I do something like this, sometimes they just sell out so fast. These are some of my favorites. And then of course, Eiffel Towers. We have a few of these. If you have an Eiffel Tower person in your family, this would be really fun as a Christmas gift. So many great things that can happen. All right, y'all. I hope that you enjoyed this. Oh, you're so welcome, Brenda. Oh, Christine, thank you so much. Yeah, it's like the painting doesn't really come together till the very end. So you always have to remember to give yourself some grace as you are as you're painting stuff yourself. Don't just judge it right when you start, because if you did, you would have never got to the end to see the beautifulness. So I want y'all to just have some fun with this, and I hope you'll order. And again, this will be the last time we have the sleighs for sale this season. So if you want them, this is your last chance. Wednesday, we shut it off. Because I have several paint parties myself, as well as so much Christmas stuff, and we want to make sure you get these so that you can enjoy them throughout December. So anyway, I hope y'all have a great day, and thank you so much for being here, and I'll talk to you soon. Oh, and I'll be texting y'all tomorrow to let you know who wins the Happy Mail, so there'll be a surprise. So if you're on my text VIP list, I will text one of you randomly, and then I'll do a drum roll and tell everybody who won. So text me here, 817-373-5478, and please say, hey BFF, it makes my day. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.